Since the Baja 500 for our trophy trucks, Ford has made one of the most legendary trucks ever made, the Ford F-150 Raptor. But since 2024 and 2025, Ford has released the new generation of the Ford Ranger Raptor, giving its iconic design resembling the original Ford F-150 Raptor. Today we are diving into the new recreation of the legendary Ford F-150 Raptor with its newly improved cousin, the Ranger Raptor from 2024. Did you ever even catch that iconic face of the new 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor? Well, yes, if you look closely to the front, it basically resembles the original Ford F-150 Raptor built between 2016 and 2018. This legendary truck was not exactly the same with the same engine, but it was basically just the Ranger. Why? Because many people still believe the new generation of the Ford Ranger Raptor looks exactly like how 2018's Ford F-150 Raptor was made. And guess what? That iconic Ford F-150 Raptor face now belongs to the 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor, the next generation of the Ford Ranger Raptor. People were so convinced that this was just directly a Ford F-150 Raptor, but they thought wrong. This is the new Ford Ranger Raptor that just released 2 years ago. In 2024 to 2025, this recreational design of the Ford Ranger Raptor traces its roots back with the Ford F-150 Raptor, the greatest off-road truck that was actually used for the Baja 500 rally race, which is basically a race that Ford took on with the specialized SVT F-150 Raptors. There are actually two variants of the Ford F-150 Raptor. You can get it as a crew cab or just a extended cab, but likely the original iteration of the Ford Raptor F-150 series was basically just a extra cab to be precise. What most fans caught about this truck is that it basically does look exactly the same as the Ford F-150 Raptor. Because when people still look at the new Ford Ranger Raptor with the F-150 Raptor face to face or side by side, people can definitely notice the very same shape. The headlights are the same, the grille nameplate is the same, even the wide stance is the same, but the only difference is the Ford Ranger Raptor only came with a turbocharged EcoBoosted V6, while the Raptor, well, it got the V8. Although most fans mistake the Ranger Raptor model for 2024 to be a F-150 Raptor, but many people actually thought that they were convinced that they were seeing a crew cab Ford Ranger Raptor, which is actually quite true because the new 2024 model Ranger Raptor does look exactly as the Ford F-150 Raptor looked like back in its day. But since 2019, the Ford F-150 was now discontinued and was just going on to the newer truck levels, such as the F-250 and the F-350. And when 2024 released the new Ford Ranger Raptor, it really looks like the F-150 Raptor. That iconic stance, that iconic face, that iconic design and wide body, it just makes pure sense. That truck basically is the same. Ever since the Ford F-150 Raptor was discontinued in mid-2000s, the Ford Ranger Raptor lives on its own legacy. When Ford decided to do one thing, use the Ford F-150 Raptor's face for the 2024 facelift recreation, and that's what they did. The new Ford Ranger Raptor now sports the iconic F-150 Raptor face, marking the trilogy of a legend that was discontinued 15 to 17 years ago, the Ford Ranger Raptor did not just become a legacy for the Ford F-150 Raptor. The 2024 Ranger Raptor model was basically the very first Ranger Raptor to succeed in using the Ford F-150's iconic face. And the idea actually works. Thanks to the new 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor, it now represents the original trilogy of what the Ford F-150 Raptor created from the very beginnings. From the dunes of the Baja 500 to becoming a luxurious family pickup truck, the Ford Ranger Raptor Model 2024 was not just a separate name for the Raptor, it became the prestigious and most iconic resemblance to that of any other vehicle. While most vehicles don't represent their previous generations, this new 2024 Ford Ranger Raptor represents what the personality of the F-150 Raptor did back in its time. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you go comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!